Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to speak to you about a truth that many overlook. Your broken season is actually birthing your next blessing. Yes, the pain, the setbacks, the hardships you're experiencing right now, they're not the end of your story. They are the divine prelude to something greater. If you stay with me until the end, I promise you'll walk away with a renewed perspective, ready to embrace your season of breakthrough. When life hits us hard, it's easy to feel like we're failing or that something's gone terribly wrong. But what if I told you that those moments of struggle, those seasons of brokenness, are not the end of your story? They're the beginning of something new. Sometimes the very thing that feels like it's tearing us apart is actually working to build us up in ways we can't yet see. It's in those moments of darkness that our roots grow deeper, our faith is tested, and our resilience is forged. Think about the process of growth in nature. You plant a seed and it's buried beneath the soil. The seed doesn't know how long it will stay in darkness or how difficult the journey will be. It doesn't complain about the dirt or the resistance. Instead, it remains rooted, trusting that the rain and the sun will come in their time. That tiny seed is working silently, gathering strength, preparing to push through the soil and sprout into a mighty tree. It's a process of surrender, patience, and trust. Reflect on your own journey. How many times have you gone through something that felt overwhelming, even unfair? Maybe it was a breakup, a financial setback, the loss of a loved one, or a dream deferred. It's tempting to ask, why me? Or to feel defeated, convinced that this season of hardship is the final chapter. But what if I told you that these hardships are not the enemy? What if they are the soil in which your next blessing is growing? The pain is not pointless, it's purposeful. It's shaping you, refining you, and preparing you for what's to come. When we face these tough seasons, we often want to skip ahead, to fast forward to the good part. We get impatient, wishing the storm would pass quickly so we can return to normal. But growth doesn't work that way. Just like the seed needs to stay in the soil long enough to develop roots, we must stay in our seasons of difficulty long enough to develop strength. Sometimes, we're so eager to escape the pain that we miss the lessons embedded within it. We overlook the fact that the struggle is an essential part of our transformation. It's not a sign of failure, but a sign that we're in the process of becoming more resilient, more equipped, and more aligned with our purpose. Many of us forget that growth is often uncomfortable. It's meant to stretch us, to challenge our limits, and to push us beyond what we thought was possible. When the seed pushes through the soil and finally breaks into the sunlight, it's a beautiful sight, something that seemed impossible during the struggle. Yet, that moment of breakthrough is born from the darkness. Without the struggle beneath the surface, there's no emergence into the light. That's the truth about every season of brokenness. It's temporary, and it's laying the groundwork for something extraordinary. We tend to see our broken seasons as failures, but they are not. They are opportunities for divine alignment. They are the times when God is pruning away what no longer serves us, removing the dead weight, and preparing us for what's next. Just like a gardener carefully tends to their plants, sometimes we need to be pruned to shed old wounds, negative patterns, and self-doubt, so that we can flourish. If we refuse to embrace the process, we risk staying stuck in the soil, never reaching our full potential. This understanding requires a shift in perspective. Instead of asking, why am I going through this? Ask, what am I learning in this season? Every hardship contains a lesson, a hidden blessing, or a new insight that will strengthen your faith and character. When you start viewing your struggles as part of your divine preparation, the weight of pain lessens and the hope for a brighter future grows stronger. It's about recognizing that the process is necessary for the manifestation of your purpose. In those moments of darkness and difficulty, it's easy to feel isolated. But remember, even the strongest trees weather storms and stand tall because their roots run deep. Your roots are being strengthened right now, anchoring you in a foundation that will support your growth and future blessings. It's okay if you don't see the full picture yet. Growth is often invisible until it's ready to be revealed. Trust that your season of brokenness is not the end, but a vital part of your unfolding story. Now, moving into the second key point, embracing the pain to discover your purpose. This is where the real transformation begins. Pain is often seen as an enemy, something to be avoided at all costs. But in truth, pain can be one of the greatest teachers if we allow it to be. Sometimes pain strips away illusions, exposes our vulnerabilities, and reveals what truly matters. It pushes us to look inward, to reflect, and to ask the difficult questions about who we are and what we're meant to do. When we experience pain, it forces us to confront parts of ourselves that we might prefer to ignore. It becomes a mirror that shows us our weaknesses and our strengths. It's in those raw, vulnerable moments that we discover what we're truly made of. We realize that our resilience is deeper than we thought. Our faith is stronger than we believed. And our purpose is clearer than ever. Pain acts as a catalyst for clarity, stripping away the superficial and revealing the core of who we are. Many people spend their lives avoiding pain or trying to numb it. But the truth is, avoiding pain only prolongs the suffering. When we embrace pain instead of running from it, we unlock the door to self-discovery. We start to see that our scars are not signs of defeat, but badges of survival. They are proof that we've endured ground and are still standing. Those scars tell a story of resilience and serve as a reminder that we are capable of overcoming even the most difficult seasons. In embracing pain, you also embrace your purpose, because often the very hardships we face are part of our divine assignment. Think about it. Some of the most impactful stories, the most inspiring journeys are born from pain and struggle. These experiences give us compassion, wisdom, and authenticity. They equip us to help others who are walking the same path. Our pain becomes a testimony, a beacon of hope for those who feel lost in their own seasons of brokenness. When you understand that pain is a part of your purpose, you begin to see your struggles as opportunities for growth rather than failures. You recognize that every tear shed, every heartbreak experienced is shaping you into someone uniquely qualified to fulfill your destiny. The pain becomes meaningful because it's pointing you toward your true calling. It's transforming your character, developing patience, and deepening your faith, all essential ingredients for the next chapter of your life. Your pain is not pointless, it's purposeful. It's a necessary ingredient in your story of triumph. When you embrace it, you take control of your narrative and refuse to let pain define you negatively. Instead, you allow it to refine you, to push you closer to the divine purpose designed specifically for your life. The process of discovering your purpose through pain is not easy, but it is worth every moment because it leads to a life of authenticity, impact, and fulfillment. Your broken season is birthing your next blessing, and embracing the pain you're experiencing right now is part of that divine process. It's about trusting that even in the darkest moments, there's a light shining, an invitation to grow, to learn, and to become more aligned with the divine plan for your life. Your purpose is waiting for you on the other side of pain, and when you choose to see your struggles as a necessary step in your journey, you unlock the power to transform your brokenness into blessings. When life hits us with setbacks and disappointments, it's easy to fall into the trap of seeing those moments as the end of the road. But what if I told you that every closed door, every heartbreak, every moment of loss is actually a doorway into something new, something better? The truth is, our mindset has the power to shift how we perceive these seasons. Instead of viewing them as failures or dead ends, we must learn to see them as opportunities. Opportunities to turn the page, to write a new chapter, to step into a future that's waiting for us with open arms. It's so tempting to cling to what we've lost, to the familiar comfort of the old. Even when it no longer serves us, we get so caught up in holding on that we miss the unseen blessings that are quietly waiting to unfold. Sometimes we have to let go of what once was to make room for what is coming. It's in surrendering and releasing control that we open ourselves up to divine intervention. When we stop resisting the natural flow of life and trust that everything is working for our good, we begin to see that loss isn't a period, but a comma, a pause in the story leading to a greater chapter. Many of us have experienced seasons where we felt like we took 2 steps forward and 1 step back. Life's setbacks can feel so discouraging that we start questioning God's plan, wondering if we're doing something wrong or if we're being punished. But setbacks are often divine setups. They are moments designed to reroute us, to redirect us toward our true purpose. When we face disappointment, it's not the time to give up, but the time to look around, to listen, and to ask, what am I supposed to learn from this? Because every setback contains within it the seed of a comeback, if we're willing to see it that way. It's important to understand that setbacks are often what prepare us for the comeback. They build resilience, patience, and character. They teach us humility and deepen our faith. When life doesn't go according to plan, it's not a sign that we're off course. It's a sign that we're being recalibrated. Sometimes the greatest blessings are hidden behind the setbacks, waiting for us to develop the capacity to receive them. We must learn to see beyond what's happening in the moment and trust that what's coming is greater than what we've left behind. There is a divine purpose in the setbacks we face, even if we don't see it right away. When we shift our perspective, we realize that life's detours are often divine redirects. They are opportunities to refine our vision, to gain clarity about what truly matters, and to strengthen our resolve. Each setback is an invitation to develop patience, to deepen our faith, and to prepare ourselves for the next season, one where blessings will overflow and doors will open that no man can shut. It's about understanding that sometimes the greatest lessons are learned in the waiting, in the quiet moments of perseverance, when everything inside us wants to quit, but we choose to keep going anyway. Waiting is hard. It's uncomfortable, sometimes even painful. But patience during these times is where our faith is truly tested and strengthened. Patience isn't just about waiting, it's about how we wait. Trusting that the divine timing is perfect, knowing that everything is working together for good. It's about holding on to hope even when the circumstances seem bleak. Because when we learn to patiently endure, we develop endurance that prepares us for the blessings ahead. We learn that the delay isn't denial, but divine preparation. When we trust in divine timing, we can rest in knowing that what's meant for us will not pass us by. Patience also teaches us to surrender control. We often want to rush the process because we're eager to see the results. But life's greatest blessings often come when we stop trying to force things and instead learn to flow with the current of divine timing. It's about trusting that even in the waiting, God is working. When we surrender, we acknowledge that we are not in control of everything. And that's okay because we serve a God who is. We learn that our job isn't to make things happen, but to trust that they will happen at the right time and in the right way. This trust and patience are vital because they prepare us for what's next. When we're willing to wait, to endure, and to trust, we position ourselves for blessings that are beyond our understanding. We become people who aren't easily shaken because we understand that every setback, every delay is part of a greater plan. Our faith is deepened, our character is strengthened, and our hope is renewed. We learn to enjoy the process rather than just focusing on the outcome because we know that the process is shaping us into who we need to be to receive the blessings coming our way. When we embrace setbacks and practice patience, we also develop resilience. Resilience is the ability to bounce back, to get up after falling, and to keep moving forward despite obstacles. It's a quality that's cultivated through hardship. Resilience says, I may have been knocked down, but I'm not knocked out. I will stand again. And every time we stand back up, we become stronger. We realize that setbacks are not failures, but opportunities to build our emotional and spiritual muscles. They prepare us for the weight of the blessings that are about to come. Resilience is rooted in hope. Hope that keeps us moving even when everything seems uncertain. Hope that whispers, better days are coming. Hope that reminds us that our current pain is temporary and that divine timing is perfect. When we hold on to hope, setbacks become stepping stones, and delays become divine delays that are leading us exactly where we're meant to be. Hope anchors us in faith and keeps us grounded in the truth that no season lasts forever, especially the difficult ones. They are simply chapters in a larger story of triumph. As we learn to see setbacks as divine redirection and trust in divine timing, we begin to walk with a new confidence. We understand that life is not just about the destination, but about the growth along the way. We see setbacks not as dead ends, but as divine detours designed to strengthen us for what's ahead. We learn to embrace patience because it's in those quiet, uncertain moments that our faith is tested and refined. We come to realize that the delay is not denial, but divine preparation. And through that process, we become more aligned with our purpose. This mindset transforms everything. It turns frustration into faith, disappointment into anticipation, and fear into hope. It shifts our focus from what we lack to what we're becoming. It reminds us that every setback is a setup for a comeback. Every delay is a divine appointment, a moment when heaven is working behind the scenes to prepare us for what's next. When we hold on to this truth, we walk with resilience, patience, and unwavering belief that the best is yet to come. And that belief is what sustains us through every challenge, every season of waiting, until we step into the fullness of the blessings that await us. Sometimes life throws us into circumstances that feel beyond our control, situations where we're standing in the storm, wondering if there's any hope of calm on the horizon. It's in those moments when everything seems to be unraveling that we are presented with a choice. We can either let the storm define us or allow it to refine us. We can focus on the chaos or choose to focus on the clarity that begins to emerge when we lean into our faith and resilience. Strength isn't just about how much weight we can carry. It's about how we carry ourselves amid the chaos, how we hold on to hope when everything around us feels unstable. Life's greatest lessons are often learned in the midst of chaos. It's easy to be strong when everything is smooth sailing. But true strength manifests when we're navigating turbulent waters and still manage to keep our eyes fixed on the promise ahead. When storms come, they test our foundation. Do we have roots deep enough to withstand the winds? Do we have faith strong enough to carry us through the night? The storms reveal what's hidden beneath the surface, whether we've been building on a solid rock or just on shifting sands. It's in the storm that we discover the resilience that's been quietly growing inside us all along, our ability to stand tall, to keep moving forward. Even when the ground beneath us is shaking, that's where true strength is cultivated. Sometimes the storm is not just outside of us, but also within. Our doubts, fears, and old wounds can stir up in turbulent times, making us question everything we thought we knew. It's in those moments of internal chaos that we must remember that our power lies in how we respond, not in how we react. We have the power to choose our perspective, to choose hope over despair, faith over fear. Our responses determine our outcomes. When we face adversity with resilience, we are saying, I may be battered, but I am not broken. I may be challenged, but I am not defeated. That mindset transforms how we navigate through difficulties. It turns obstacles into opportunities and setbacks into setups for something greater. Resilience is not just about bouncing back, it's about bouncing forward. It's about using what we've been through to propel us into a new level of strength and wisdom. Every trial, every disappointment, every heartbreak has a purpose to teach us, to prepare us, and to position us for what's next. When we learn to see challenges as part of our divine training program, we begin to embrace them with courage instead of fear. We realize that our setbacks are set-ups for comebacks. Every failure becomes a lesson. Every disappointment becomes a stepping stone. Resilience is built through perseverance, through refusing to give up when life pushes us to our limits. It's also about understanding that resilience is rooted in hope. Hope is the anchor that keeps us steady when the storm rages strongest. Hope is the quiet assurance that better days are ahead, that the night is temporary, and that dawn will break through the darkness. When we hold on to hope, we develop a resilience that is unshakable. Hope gives us the strength to keep going, to keep fighting, to keep believing even when everything seems to be falling apart. It's hope that fuels our perseverance and sustains us through the most difficult seasons. Hope reminds us that the storm is only temporary, that the storm is not the end of our story, but a chapter in our journey toward victory. We have to learn to guard our hearts against the lies of the enemy that whisper, "You're not enough, you'll never make it," or "This is too much for you." Because when we believe those lies, we give the storm power over us. But when we anchor ourselves in truth, truth rooted in divine promises, we find strength that no storm can shake. We have to remind ourselves daily of who we are and whose we are. We are children of the Most High, empowered to overcome anything that comes our way. Our strength is not just in our muscles or our willpower, but in our connection to divine strength. The strength that sustains us when our own strength fails. In those moments of adversity, we also learn the importance of community. We weren't meant to walk this journey alone. We need each other, people who will pray for us, encourage us, and remind us of our worth. Sometimes just a word of encouragement, a prayer, a shared smile, or a listening ear can be the anchor that keeps us from drifting into despair. Community is a divine gift that helps us hold on to hope when our individual strength feels depleted. We must be intentional about surrounding ourselves with those who uplift, inspire, and challenge us to keep going, no matter how fierce the storm. Resilience also means taking care of ourselves, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. We have to nurture our soul, feed our faith, and rest when needed. Rest is not a sign of weakness, it's a divine strategy, even in the chaos. We can find moments of peace by connecting with divine presence, through prayer, meditation, or simply being still. It's in those quiet moments that we reconnect with the source of our strength. When we pause to refill our spirits, we're better equipped to face whatever comes next. We have to remember that resilience isn't about ignoring pain or pretending everything is okay. It's about acknowledging our pain, processing it, and choosing to move forward with hope and faith. The storm may shake the trees, but it also reveals which roots are deep. Your roots are your faith, your purpose. It's your inner strength. When the storm subsides, what's left standing is a testament to how deeply rooted you are. You become more grounded, more sure of who you are, and more confident in divine promises. Your resilience becomes a witness to others that no matter how fierce the storm, you will not be uprooted because your roots run deep in divine truth. Resilience is a journey, not a one-time event. It's a daily choice to rise, to believe, and to keep moving forward, even when you don't see the full picture. It's about developing a mindset that says, I will not be defeated by what I see. I will be victorious because of who I know. When you hold on to that truth, you step into a power that no storm can take away. You learn to dance in the rain, to find joy in the struggle, and to see setbacks as setups for a greater comeback. Resilience is the armor that shields your spirit, the fire that refines your faith, and the fuel that keeps your hope burning bright. So when the storm comes, remember that you are not alone. Remember that your roots are strong and your faith is stronger. Remember that resilience is built through perseverance, patience, and hope. And above all, remember that every storm is an invitation to grow, to strengthen, and to emerge even more radiant than before. Your victory is not just in surviving, but in thriving amid the chaos. Your resilience is the evidence that no matter what life throws your way, you are more than a conqueror. You are an overcomer, a testament to divine strength, a living proof that storms do pass. And you will come out on the other side stronger, wiser, and more grounded in purpose.